Hey guys, welcome to the next episode of Let's Play... Oh my god, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. I was about to say Let's Play Xenosaga Episode 2, De Wilde Macht, and that would have been completely wrong because 1, it's not called De Wilde Macht, 2, it's not Xenosaga, and 3, it's not the right episode. But anyway, we're just going to sit down here and revive our health because, you know, apparently sitting down revives grievous bodily harm. Hence why they ask you to do in all these soaps. When something happens to you, oh, sit down, you'll be fine, because you can't even roll it under there. I mean, there's clearly a gap you could roll it in, but that's what she said. There's actually nothing in here, and that bomb originally blew out the what was it called? The rupee. Now these ones you have to roll the bomb in, and then they can't. I don't know. They actually let it roll under them, and then they flop about, not using their fins to. I don't know. The whole idea of a lava fish is so stupid, it's unbelievable. Because nearly everything requires either oxygen or carbon dioxide to breathe. Hence, something living in lava seems very unrealistic. But anyway, I don't know whether that was a new heart or whatever. Let's just go in here. And the wonderful thing about not ever having to take full damage is that you can also ride up on those. Obviously, there's a red rupee up there, so if you want, you can get out your beetle and fly up to it. Also a heart, if you're so interested. We are not so interested, because we've got hearts. And then just cancel it, and it comes back to you. That would be kind of cool, if I had a little, you could attach a video camera to it, and no, I'm joking. If you want to jump off here, there's a goddess cube somewhere down here, as you can see. But, as you see, it loads into a different area. I don't know why the whole fall couldn't have been one area, because I don't know, it's too, I don't know, it just annoys me. It's like, it suddenly becomes that massive and wide, the cave, but whatever. I don't see how, this is going to sound really bad, but I honestly don't see how this game got as good reviews as it did. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a really good game, but I've actually enjoyed many games much more than this. Recently, that haven't been based on Nintendo. I'm going to be honest. Obviously, I've been playing through, I think, Ratchet and Clank a lot. What were the other games that I've been playing through? Yeah, I've been playing through Ratchet and Clank, and it's just, I don't know, I've been more motivated to play that game than I was to play this game. I don't know why. Even though I was like, what the hell with the storyline of Ratchet and Clank? I don't know. Whether I've gone off Zelda because it is, I don't know, because you can't ever say to Ratchet and Clank that it's not the same thing repeated. It isn't. I don't know. If I was going to pick out a game, I'd say the Wii motion controls make it much better, but Twilight Princess still remains one of my favourite Wii titles, and the reason for that is the storyline. They actually made you feel about one character. Now in this game there's virtually no emotional attachment, and that's not because of well, actually it is. It's kind of because there's one cutscene which explains the entire game, and it's kind of like that segment in Final Fantasy VIII where they sit there and realise they're all orphans and all that jazz. It's just an exposition dump. Apologies, just drinking some fizzy orange. As some of my friends call it, fizzy pop. It annoys me because it doesn't go pop. Neither is it fizzy. No, I'm joking. It's just fizzy pop sounds really weird. Anyway, these enemies will keep appearing until you destroy the enemy with the horn. I think there are items. Yes, you get one item later on you can use to take the horn off them forcibly, which helps. But if it lands on the floor, they will end up picking it up. And also, with some enemies, you can kill them and they drop their horn, and another enemy will go and pick it up. So what you need to do is you need to run over and pick up that horn because it is a collectibles item, which is I like the way they've I do like the way they've done that. It's quite a nice touch. But anyway, my God. I do apologise. This is another 20-minute part. I'm going to start stopping these 20-minute parts because they're just too over the top. I'm going to try and, you know, really, he's not dead, but they've given me no. Oh, you have to guess focus on them. Oh my God, my brain's just farted. I do apologise for that. That is the effect of one of my flatmates, Harriet, who is Yorkshire, and she burps. The loudest burps you have ever heard. Ever. It's like a grizzly bear getting raped. It's absolutely crazy. So there we go. You're one tough customer. Thanks for the help. I don't blame you for not knowing this, but us Mogmas always honour our debts. I don't know what happens if you ask for rupees. Maybe he says, oh, I don't have any rupees. Here, take this instead. But because I am the honourable sod, or that I am. Actually, that kind of reminds me of a choice you have in Infamous, because I've also been playing on that recently. Infamous, obviously, whenever you make a choice, it says, karma moment, and then you say, do the good action or do the bad action. And then you can run around. I don't know, it just seems very forced, in the sense of you can't just go out the game and do it, and then it rewards you by saying, good action. It's like, I know I'm not morally deficient. I do know what a good action is compared to a bad one, and it just, I don't know if I should be riled by that, but I'm just sat there thinking, look, the introduction to this game wasn't fantastic by any means. Maybe you should stop telling me what I've done is good and what I've done is bad. Anyway, this area. What we've got to do here... Oh, you can also dig out Mogmas, which scares the crap out of them. Rupees are the most common treasure. Also, you can dig up rupees, which minus 10 rupees or 1 rupee. Think of it as kind of a negative energy. Oh god, no. Think of it as kind of antimatter. When combined with your rupees, it becomes antimatter. No, when antimatter is combined with matter, it explodes and gives colossal energy. So they believe. I don't think anyone's actually created. And no, wait, we have, because we've got because of quarks. Quarks. I don't know. Captain Quark. I just realised that. The connection, Captain Quark. Ratchet Clank is very obviously mechanical. Then you've got Captain Quark, who's a super space hero, and quarks are, I don't know. Anyway, but the idea with this segment is to just blow the crap out of them to make your way through. You don't have to. There is a way around without doing that, but... And quarks, sorry. Quarks go with quarks and gluons, which are particles which hold the atom together, I'm pretty sure, from what I remember of physics. God, I used to love that sort of stuff. Anyway, this is one of those Hall of Fire rooms. It's rather crap. Basically, you're just going to roll bombs into the openings and blow them up to make your way across, or you could just not bother. The one problem is, as you can see, rolling can be an absolute pain, and sometimes it's just not worth the hassle of actually doing it. But yeah, there's a secret room here that you're required to bomb, and I just go past it several times because it's kind of hard to see unless you look at the map, which isn't actually here at the moment. You won't notice there's an extra sort of bauble area that we can get some treasure from. Is that how some Americans say it? The treasure. Anyway, I have a bunch of games on my desk that I've decided that I'm finally going to trade in, and I'm not one to trade in games, but at the same time, a lot of games are the ones I can do without / already got copies of or whatever. And one of them was Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. I wanted to try that in to get the HD collection, but I'm not quite sure what people think of the HD collection. Also, one thing, back in the days when we wanted to browse internet on our Nintendo DS's, on a Nintendo DS Lite, we had a memory expansion pack, which what's it called? Oh, there we go. That's the treasure, and the Nintendo DS browser. Those were the days. Sadly, that one never came with a case, but a silver rupee, that's a lot of money. That was one of them that I was going to trade. The next one was Heroes of Mana. Never really got into that, and the art style always made me go, oh, it's so pretty. And of course, Heroes of, you've got Secret of Mana, which was apparently quite a popular game. I just couldn't get into it. And then Final Fantasy 13 DS, 12 DS, which was okay. I just couldn't be arsed with it really. It's quite difficult. I think I completed it once, then went out and bought it because I'd rented it, and then I couldn't be asked completing it again. Next thing to trade is Deus Ex. Can't be asked, and I didn't really enjoy Deus Ex on the PC either. The Deus Ex Human Revolution. Then there's Guitar Hero World Tour, Resident Evil, and Mad World that I hope to trade in to get at least a little bit of the price that I need to get Metal Gear Solid HD collection, which would be nice because I really do like the original Metal Gear games, and I don't know, I'd enjoy playing them through with a friend. Certainly, I might even trade it in after that. I don't know, but yeah. Also on the other side of this, as I was saying previously, on the side of this contract phone, I'm recently supposed to be getting a Samsung Galaxy S2 with a really nice contract actually. Oh dear, the video just freaked out then. Yay! I'm also going to record some more games today. And also, I found out there's some pictures on my desk. Oh. It's those photos. Photos of someone I printed off that then I rejected because they weren't anywhere near good enough. Oh yeah, so this area is my least favourite area because I have no idea what to say for it, and it's just rather dull. I mean, look at it. What can I say? But anyway, I think we're near the end of this part, actually. No, we're not. Okay, this is a Mogma again, and he's saying the guy dressed in black crossed over there. So, what we're doing for the rest of this part is basically clambering up the mountainside, and getting to things. I think. Yes, we're also going to get a goddess cube. Now, make sure you bomb that area because what you don't want to do is have to go all the way back there. I mean, it's so tedious. There's a lot of elements on this game which are rather tedious. Obviously, the backtracking, and thank goodness for shortcuts. But yeah, and someone just activates it for you. How very kind. Who are they? What do they want? Why do they want it? Oh, it's her. Now we don't know her name yet, but whoever she is, she's really annoying, and because all these characters have some sort of supernatural power where they can jump and stuff, we resigned to go down the long road. Now, you see bombs up here and you think, wow, I could possibly blow up that bit with the bomb. Don't bother. It's not even worth trying. I did this because I was going to show it to you that it's not impossible. You just cannot physically get it there. And there's two areas to dig around here, which will get you a lot of 1 rupees. Yay. Is my excitement yet filled your wondrous vast hearts? Oh, another thing you can expect very shortly is I'm going to catch up with a lot of the Sonic games I missed in the current generation of gaming. So back then it would be for me next gen, because I never had a PS3, I never played Sonic Unleashed and Sonic the Hedgehog. And I am going to play about an hour of them each, and just as I do, give my first hour reviews and see how funny that goes. Now you can try and roll this bitch, but it'll blow you up way before you can get there. Don't worry, we'll be blowing that up soon. As I said, remember to talk to these in case, because do what I did, not get any of them, so I'm going to have to find all the drop points later on. Yay. And fire keys. None of which are going to give us a anything nice, anything like a monster claw at all, which is what we need. It's surprising, monster claws are what you need a lot of in this game, but you never really get that much of. Okay, so equipped to the beetle, or not, no, never mind. This is a theme of this area. You're basically running up. Basically, running has quite a few mechanics in this. Well, sorry, the running mechanic has quite a few advantages here. You can run, and it stops you from slipping over if you just continue running at your full pace. There's also in sandy areas, you can run through. It uses your stamina really fast, but you run through an area, and what am I trying to say? You run through an area really fast, and it stops you from getting taken into the quicksand. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, there we go. Blew it up, just got to throw that bomb down. And escape. Down here we get an amber relic, which actually looks a bit like a king prawn. I was thinking about that recently, it just came to me. The amber relic looks a bit like a king prawn. It's because it is. And we get some ladybugs. I love how a 2D image appears above your head as well. I shouldn't take the mick out of that, but that's Nintendo again. But yeah, I've only got 2-3 days now before I head back to Bangor, so I'm trying to get as much recorded as I've done here, so I don't have to do too much later on, because it's basically going to be around the exam time when I go back, and a lot of coursework time. And if they do that, have fun. It's the most irritating thing you can possibly do, knocking you back. Anyway, if you do, as I said, this is me. Wait a second. Huh. I'm getting confused with where I am now and where I recorded up to yesterday. Basically, I am an idiot. And one of the things that I do, which is very idiotic, is say, oh yeah, I'm really good. I like to dig up all those little holes because of OCD, and then immediately forget to dig up the one hole which actually has some use to me, as you saw there. When those guys are holding up those massive boulders, if you can hit them with a face with a projectile, they'll drop it and crush themselves. Fantastic. And we're just entering a Moblin village, or whatever it's called. They actually have a really cool futuristic Which is, I love how the Legend of Zelda implies that the past was really futuristic. We'll see that later on, and I think I just missed a skull. No, I did miss a skull. Or maybe I did. Oh, so the Elden Roller just went straight off the edge. Yeah, I did miss a skull. That was actually an ornamental skull. My bad. Anyway, what is that annoying calling? That is the guy up there. He can't get you, so just ignore him and throw a bomb and watch it explode. Oh yeah, I forgot. It wasn't this episode, was it, that we were doing all the treasure chests stuffs? That was my bad. Okay, a little bit of water there, which is really bizarre. Actually, I'm not quite sure why that's there. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Because especially considering there's a lot of vapor in this area, or maybe that's just dust. Actually, that could easily be dust. But if that's dust, then that water pile would have been. Never mind, because it's not worth working out. But yeah, with bugs, whenever you see them, you should really try and capture them because they help you with potions. And if you can get some really nice potions, they'll help you a lot later on. Especially the final boss. I found this final boss to be quite difficult. Not spoiling anything other than the fact the final boss was difficult and I needed maximum potions. Okay. I don't know why I did that, I really don't. Ah, yes. This is being the biggest idiot ever. Oh, and we slowed down. Sometimes I really am retarded in this game, it's kind of worrying. That's the thing, the music in these areas, like, if you went into Death Mountain, you know, we all knew the music for Death Mountain, it was there, whereas this one is very, I don't know, low-key. It doesn't feel that good. I think that's the problem with this game. The music isn't half as memorable. I mean, me and Captain Noodles were talking about this, and he was like, "No, I remember the music. I thought it was quite good." And I was like, "Well, hum me something." So he did, and I was like, "Okay, well, I don't remember that." And then he listens to it again and says, "Oh, actually, no, you're right. It isn't that memorable." And it's kind of quite sad actually, because for me, Legend of Zelda was always about the music, and that's why I went to the 25th anniversary, which was fantastic. It was the music, and the reason why I found it as superb as I did was the music. And I've said that so many times now. No, what I mean is the reason why I found it much more enjoyable than, say, Distant Worlds was because the music hadn't been heard before, but also it has a bigger place in my heart. It reminds me of my childhood when I sat and played Legend of Zelda with my friend Captain Noodles. And I don't know, because of that element, I think the music means more to me. And I've also listened to a lot of the yay, glitchy. I've also listened to a lot of Distant Worlds music a lot more myself. And here we go. These are two Mogmas are just going to discuss about the fact they buried a key and no, they can't find it, which doesn't make any difference because they can just freaking dig underneath. I don't quite understand these two sometimes. Well, any of them really. I mean, the Mogmas are basically complete wusses, but that shouldn't stop them from being able to dig underneath places. I mean, but then again, digging in a volcano, is that a really smart move, guys? But they do it. You see it even in the volcano area, them digging under the volcano. So brilliant. And the mention of Zelda means she must have gone through here. And yay. Absolutely fantastic. Igneous. Brilliant. Igneous is a type of rock. What is it? Igneous. There's 3 types of rock. There's igneous, I think that's the one which is formed in a lava-ish area, hence why the relevance here. Oh man, I've forgotten the other types of rock. Damn it, my geography from 4 years ago isn't coming back to my head. The oddly garbed figure taking demon in the region must be Woman in Black. Please don't, please not let it be the Woman in Black, because I don't want to find all my kids dead and then having to sacrifice. I don't know how the Woman in Black ends, but it's apparently a rather creepy story. So in the next part, what we're going to be doing is finding all the 5 keys to this piece and collecting a few goddess cubes around the area and opening up a few new areas. And this is obviously going to be recorded at home again, and don't worry, I'm back on schedule with things. I really want to get back into YouTube, as I've said. So as I said, any constructive criticism could be really used, and there's also much help for that. I don't understand why that's there. So guys, take care. See you next episode. Bye bye.